Hey, what's up, everybody, man? The other day when I was in the whip, I was getting ready to plug my aux in, and when I was plugging the aux in, the radio was already on, and it was a sports radio, and they was talking about how basically the Washington Commanders, which is this shit is weird to say, we made fun of the football team name, but that shit was actually starting to grow on me. Like it was actually cool to say like the football team, but the Commanders, Washington Commanders, it was reported that they had reached out to all 31 teams to see what the price is for their quarterback. They even rumored to reach out to Patrick Mahomes. So I'm just thinking like, God damn, like they reaching out to all these teams. This team is really committed to getting a new quarterback. Like they letting it be known, like, hey, last year, I understand the market was a little bit crazy. We couldn't get nobody, but we not doing that shit no more. So, this year, things are different. But what I do want to say first is that those reports weren't true. The only thing that is true is that the GM came out and said that they have been canvassing the NFL to find a starting quarterback. That means they are on the hunt. They are damn near desperate to get a quarterback as they should because the right quarterback change could put this team in playoff contention. That's how underrated this Washington football team is. They just need to start finishing games, man. They could have won a lot of games last year. They just can't finish. But to get back to the point, the GM said that they've spoken to every club that may have a quarterback on the table. So, I mean, you pretty much do the simple math. You should know what teams they've reached out to. But I like it, you feel me? Because, like I said, they're a quarterback away from potentially being a playoff team, especially when you're in the fluke NFC East, I believe that is. Yeah, that's the flukest division in the league. The Cowboys, they've been bullying teams for years, but somebody got to step up, bruh. And it needs to be the Washington football team. They need to step up consistently, though. But I like the aggression. I like the desire to go out there and get a quarterback because, like I said last year, the market was trash for them. They were coming off a pretty good season. They had made the playoffs, and they were looking to build on that. But unfortunately, they couldn't gain a quarterback. They had a situation where they drafted Dwayne Haskins to be their franchise quarterback, and Dwayne Haskins showed that he is not a franchise quarterback. Dwayne Haskins is trash. Dwayne Haskins, I'm going to talk about him in another video, but Dwayne Haskins is horrible. You feel me? Went on to the Steelers, had the backup job. He was actually third string. But it's crazy how Pittsburgh is all in on letting what's his name? Mason Rudolph be the starting quarterback rather than this Dwayne Haskins, who was a former first round pick. So that lets you know how bad Dwayne Haskins truly is, bruh. I know there's interest in them potentially bringing him back and shit like that, but nobody's worried about him, bro. But yeah, they was in a situation where they just, ended their tryout with Dwayne Haskins earlier than expected. They had to roll out with Heineke. He played a playoff game, played great, but they still need to upgrade, obviously. There were no options out there available in free agency for real. The free agent quarterbacks was trash. The draft, they didn't have a good draft pick to get anybody that was going to be good in the draft, so they missed out on all those prospects. And the trade market was not that desirable outside of Deshaun Watson, who ended up missing the season last year anyway, But, that's a risk you got to trade for, so I understand why they didn't make the move. But they did go out there and sign Ryan Fitzpatrick last year. Ryan Fitzpatrick was supposed to be the quarterback. He ended up getting hurt, and they rolled out with Heineke anyway. And Heineke actually impressed, Even though Heineke did not turn out to be this elite quarterback or MVP candidate or this amazing quarterback, Taylor Heineke, whatever his name is, did great for a quarterback who came straight off the streets, bruh. Straight off of the college campus taking his final. He thought his dreams was over. You feel me? So I respect him for going out there playing the way he did last year, just being a competitor and just giving his team a chance to win the games that they did win and almost won. But last year they like I said, they didn't really land a quarterback. They couldn't land a quarterback, so they took the veteran route with Fitzpatrick, but that didn't work out. He's supposed to be a bridge quarterback for this season. Guess what? This offseason, no different from last year, if not a little bit worse, you know? The free agent quarterbacks, you got Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, they could try to bring him back, but why? Jameis Winston, there's people out there that still believe in this dude. He's ass. Trash. You feel me? Teddy Bridgewater, mid. Mitch Trubisky. Now, this is the interesting thing about Mitch Trubisky, because Mitch Trubisky trash for real, too. But Mitch did close out pretty well when he was leaving the Chicago Bears. Like, those last few games, he played pretty solid. The thing I don't like about what Mitch Trubisky did, and I think really messed up his opportunity as a starter in the league, is that last year, he quit on himself, you know? You knew last year the market was trash. You knew teams needed quarterbacks. Why would you go out there and sign with the Buffalo Bills knowing you had zero chance to be a quarterback starting? I don't know if this was a learning experience type of thing for him. I don't know what he was thinking. But that really hurt his career, because I don't think he's going to get signed to be a starter. He's going to get signed to compete. It may not be the starter. Who knows? But Mitch Trubisky, I don't know what he was doing. But Mitch Trubisky is not that bad of an option for a young player. Just keeping it a buck. Tyrod Taylor, serviceable veteran. You already know what you're going to get out of him. Cam Newton, garbage. I don't want to even garbage. You feel me? He needs to retire. Jacoby Brissett, solid dude. You're not gonna get too much out of him, but he's a solid dude. He started before. He knows what it takes. And Andy Dalton's done, you know? So these free agent quarterbacks are not attractive to any team. Like, this ain't really the route. So teams are turning to the trade market, you know? You got Jimmy G. Mid as it can get. Jimmy G is that. You feel me? And he's really worse, but his best is mid. Russell Wilson, you know, he got a no trade clause popping off. Regardless of what Washington want to do or what Seattle wants to do, he has to approve of it. So, you know, I would love to see how that play out. Deshaun Watson, you know, you got the legal situation going on. That's not attractive. They got Aaron Rodgers out there. You know, I don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, but I think he's going to stay. Carson Wentz, we seen the way he went out with the Colts. I ain't a fan of that shit at all. You know, you got the playoffs on the line, bruh. You got the offs on the line. You can't go out there lose to no Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, that's some loser shit. And then you got the Gardner Minshew, who's a very underrated dude in the trade market. I think he can really do whatever a player that's going to get drafted is going to do this year, you know? Speaking of the draft is not attractive at all. And the Washington football team, if I'm not mistaken, are going to potentially miss out on those dudes or not even get the dudes, you know? So they got that Wills guy and they got some other dude. You feel me? I don't even know their names, but that's how you know these quarterbacks are not good. They're not projected to be good. They're projected to be mid. It would be a long shot for these dudes to be a franchise quarterback. They just happen to be the best. This is that class of E.J. Manuel and the other scrub that was back then. You know, Geno Smith. This is a rerun of that draft class as far as quarterbacks. Both of those quarterbacks, they were given the starting job by default. They were the best quarterbacks of the class by default. And they both, well, I don't know where E.J. Manuel is, but Geno Smith, he's a backup quarterback. But they both are not franchise quarterbacks. They're ass, you feel me? So that's that. So, like I said, this year just a repeat of last year. So I understand why the Commanders are trying to go out there and get a quarterback, bro. You got to respect it. I respect it. I'm hearing these rumors that they would be willing to trade Chase Young. No, I doubt that's true. I would not do that. You feel me? I would try to trade other players before I do that. Picks maybe, but that's not happening. I don't even think that's really real, you know? But I like the aggression. I would like to see what they do, because if they don't go out there and get a quarterback, it would be disappointing, because that's really one of the things that's holding this team back. So, personally, what I would do if I was them, I'd probably go out there and trade for Gardner Minshew, considering nobody's really trading for him. I mean, Jimmy G, depending on what the price is, I probably would tap in with him. But obviously, you would want to get Aaron Rodgers. You would want to get Russell Wilson. But those dudes are long shots, you know? Deshaun Watson, anybody pretty much could get him, even though he has no trade clause. But, You don't know what's going on with his legal situation, so you would have to get a guy like him for the right price. But what I would do is get Gardner Minshew. Flat out, this looks like the safer option. If you want to go free agency, I would go Mitchell Trubisky. If you're looking for a veteran presence, I would go Tyrod Taylor. It's all about what the team wants. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. As far as the quarterbacks, would y'all want a running back with Taylor Heineke? Like, I don't know, it's not too many options out there, man. Just let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I got some more content coming soon.